All right, all right, all right. Day two, we're gonna try this again a little bit better. Welcome to Riddle Transport TV. This is our second live stream. We're gonna jump right into this thing because I just found a load that's worth running over on the load board, and I'm hoping it's still there. Just in the time it takes me to get this dinosaur of a computer booted up. Got a couple things we need to do to the truck. The batteries are going dead in it, so we might have to go get us some new batteries today. I don't know just yet. I know I can jump it with my little pickup truck, and I also need to get a nut and a bolt. One of my nut and bolts fell off from the bumper, which is extremely loose anyway. This the whole thing is. I think the front right side of this thing was wrecked at one point. But anyway, let's go over here to the load board real quick, and let me set this up. I haven't even. I literally just jumped on here. Let me set this up for you. Share my screen. We're gonna do our load board. We're gonna share that right now. Let me jump back on this screen to make sure it's still there. It is. All right. Here's what we're looking at, man. This one right here. This DRT8 to WNC5, Kinston, North Carolina. Let me refresh this tab just to make sure it's still here. All right, yeah, it's still there, and it actually went up, to $1.94 mile. We're gonna go ahead and book this thing. Um, Here's all these same ones, these empties going from somewhere to somewhere. And just to show you in a minute, this one right here I looked at also is 232 a mile. Um, Going from Chesapeake to Kernersville, North Carolina, with a stop in between. I want to say that stop is somewhere in Suffolk. Yes, right here, Park Drive in Suffolk, but it's not bad. It pays a little bit better per mile, but I kind of like this one. Kinston's not too far up the road from the house. Let's take a look at this thing real quick. So we're going from DRTA in Durham. Um, if my thing is stopped, there we go. All right, so right here we're in Durham. We'll go from Durham just south of Charlotte. This is what we was talking about yesterday. Um, Pineville is just south of Charlotte. There's Charlotte. There's Rock Hill, South Carolina. So it's I'm debating on which way I want to go. If I want to go, because it's gonna be nice, so I may just go 85 and 77, and hit that coming back down. My computer, man, I swear to y'all. Let me back out this thing a little bit at a time. But anyway, from there, we're headed back home a little bit. Coming over here, stop number 3. We're going to Kinston, North Carolina. I'm gonna show you just a little bit how to book these things. How to if you're new to this, you find your load that you want. We're gonna go ahead and book this thing. It's gonna ask you, are you sure you want to book this trip? Minimum requirements. This is a power trip only, a power only trip. Yes, we want to confirm that. And what I'm going to do, I don't know if it'll show it, but what I'm going to do is my trip is booked. I'm going to screenshot that, even though we're on the computer. Let's see if that'll pop up. Oh, there it went. I don't know if you heard it or not, but this is our screenshot here. It's going to ask us, do we want to assign a driver? We're going to close that. Come back over here to the little hamburger menu on the top left. Go over here to our trips page. This is where you assign your drivers at. This is where you see all your work. It's working up there. Yeah, I know you can see it. I hope you can see it. I look back at the one I did yesterday, and it literally, I was looking at a whole screen for 5, 6, 7 minutes or so. I don't even know. And Frenchie had put up there that the screen was frozen. It wasn't actually frozen. It was just not showing. All right, so this is where it's not in transit because we're not in transit just yet. It should be an upcoming. Um, I'm gonna have to wait and get your emails and all this other mess. Let's refresh this screen. Still not up here. Let's go see if it's in our Outlook folder yet. I don't know that. I doubt you can see my Outlook folder because I only got this one page pulled up here. So yeah, just give me a second. Let's try to refresh this one more time. Nope, still not showing up. Normally you get 2 or 3, 4 emails, how many legs it is in a run. This was just 2 legs. It's a pretty short run, and I say that it's 400 or 500 miles or whatever it is. Let me go back to it again. Let's fresh it. This is the beauty of doing a live stream, y'all. Still not there. It's asking me. Give me just a second, and I'm gonna go sign into my. That's not my password. Let's go there. Hit sign in. Hope everybody's doing good today. Let's come over here. You should be able to see. You should be able to see my email page now. Yeah. Let's go. I don't even see an email unless this might be it right here. Do not reply. See how slow this thing is, man. This is what sucks about computers. You buy a computer and it doesn't matter how long you've had it. Come on now. You could have it 10 minutes or 10 years, and as soon as you buy it, it just starts to run slow. Come on. Departing in the next 360 hours has been added or updated. So let's go back over here and refresh this one. So we got the email. We know it's there. And it's oh, you gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. We have no history of this week. This when you go to your history page, just so you know what you're looking at. You're looking at this is the history of what you done. This was last week. This was the week before. This was the week before that, and you know we're gonna go back over here to upcoming. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, so we got you can see it's a spot load. It's right here, and this is this KRLQ. When you pull up to the windows, when you pull up to the entrance gate at any of these Amazon relay facilities, fulfillment centers, Amazon fulfillment centers, it's not a relay center, but either way, when you pull up to them, they're going to ask you for the last four of your VRID. This is going to be the last four right here, KRLQ, and you can see that each one of them I need to assign a driver to. I'm just going to go. I guess this is kind of cool because what's this say? I would assume I could assign myself to one and another driver to another if that's where he was, and I just didn't feel like making. I don't know, but we're gonna go right here to this top one, right here beside the main one. We're gonna assign myself. Everything's been signed. We're also going to screenshot that because it has the little green thing at the top of it. So anyway, that's how you book a load. I do want to talk about, and that's how you book. And that's how you assign somebody to it. So the more guys you got, let's see. I guess I guess I could assign Melvin. Yeah, it would let me assign Melvin. I'm not going to. William has been unassigned. It says. Let's go back and assign myself one more time. There we go. All right, so everything's done there. Let's go back to the low board, man. We were talking yesterday a little bit about the the long runs that are up here. And if I'm not mistaken, yesterday, this run going out to Nampa, Idaho was paying about $1.65 a mile. I think that's what it was, $1.65 a mile. So let's hit the Greenville, North Carolina. This new Smithfield location, they're still up here for $1.65 a mile. And the only thing they keep changing is the arrival and departure times. Start your search. Okay, we already had, now there's nothing in Greenville. Ain't this the damnedest thing? There we go. Let's go back over here to Greenville. Ooh, not showing. Oh, that's within 100 miles. No. Come on, computer. Origin, Greenville, North Carolina. I don't know why I did that. Let's go back to saved searches. Greenville. All right. If you're wondering why I choose Greenville as an origin, well, one, it's because I live here, and two, I go outside of 100 miles. There's not one within. The closest one is Kinston. Kinston's just a little flex location. If you don't know what a flex location is, everybody's seen the vans pull up into your house. Those vans are not owned. Not all of them are owned by Amazon. Those vans are owned by people like myself. Somebody with a carrier, USDOT number, MC number, things like that. Somebody that's taking the time to put the work in to get this thing done, so that way they can have their own business. It takes some money down. Anybody can do it. All you got to have is your DOT numbers. If that's something people want to talk about, I've done a whole lot of homework on these things. Never met anybody that has one. I know a guy, but I was told that he had signed an NDA. I don't know how true that is. I highly doubt that's the case, but I do know enough about it to know that there's plenty of money to be made around Amazon if you start putting your eggs in the right basket. You can't put them all in one, which is what I was trying to do when I got over here. But let's take a look at this Nampa, Idaho. Yesterday it was paying $1.65. Today it is also paying $1.65. When you go back over here and look at it now, it's saying that it's up to $1.17 a mile. Okay. Now, what's interesting is that at $1.17 a mile, yesterday was 85 cents a mile, but yesterday the fuel surcharge was not 11.50.84. Yesterday, the fuel surcharge was over $2,000. It was almost a clean split right down the middle for what you got paid base rate and fuel surcharge. If that was no, that was a $6,000 one. Either way, that was a $6,000. I don't think that one's up here. Let's look real quick. There's another Nampa right there, but they just keep changing. All they keep changing is the date on these things. There's a third one coming out of Smithfield. This is a new one that I see up here. But let's get back to why I do Greenville, North Carolina. So the closest place to me is Kinston's flex location. COVID brain. I squirrel all the time, y'all. Flex location is, you got one or two ways you could do these things. I run Amazon Relay. I own my own truck and I own my own DOT numbers. So I lease my numbers to, I guess you could say I lease my numbers to Amazon. I choose to haul Amazon freight. I'm not subjected to just Amazon freight. I can go anywhere. Let's say I go to Nampa and decide, you know what, I'm not going to try to find Amazon coming back. I'm just going to, uh, and I squirreled again, and I apologize, but let me finish this thought while I got it in my head. Let's say I want to get on a load board, that load board, Truck Smarter, Truck Stop, any of those. I can get on there. I can find a load going anywhere I want to go, and I can keep moving. But in Virginia, there's two giant fulfillment centers, one in Suffolk, one in Chesapeake. They're about a mile away from each other. I don't really consider that. I just look at them all as Virginia. That's just what I call it. But Kinston's the closest. It's a little smaller, so you can't really pull anything out of there. Today will be the first time I, bring something into there that there's actual load. I've taken empties out of there before. It's about an hour, maybe 50 minutes on a good day. You can get there in 50 minutes. But other than that, the closest one, I know the ones up there in Virginia, Chesapeake, Suffolk area, those are about 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 40 minutes. It can be 3 hours and 40 minutes depending on traffic. Durham is a little further than Garner. This RDU1 right here that we're looking at. That one goes to Greensboro, but that RDU1, that's about an hour and a half from here. It's not a bad ride, but to save that hour, all the contracts we've got booked. I think Mel just booked him one coming out of Charlotte, which if anybody is watching it, is a part of Amazon, pays attention to the emails. Apparently, Charlotte is the bee's knees for what's going on right now. What they want you to do is run contracts. So Charlotte's about 4 hours from here, but within 100 miles of here, we got apparently now Smithfield. We've got all of these locations: Smithfield, Garner, RDU1, ORF2, ORF3. RDU9 is in Graham. That's about 2 hours up the road. That's not too awful far. It's in between Garner and XRD4. That one is. let's see what's up here right now. Doesn't necessarily mean because in Durham, there's 2 or 3 in Durham. RDU5's right there. And the other Durham that I'm pulling out of is what? Which one is the one I'm pulling out of? DRT8, I think is what it is. So I mean, there's 2 or 3, 4 of them in Durham. There's 2 or 3 of them in Garner. There's 2 or more in Virginia alone. And then if you go just outside of it, let's go right here to a new search. Save searches. Let's go right here. Let's go to Suffolk. So within 100 miles of Suffolk, they only got 17 results, but you got Norfolk, you got Fisherville, which is again Prince George. This is out near University of Virginia. Prince George is around Richmond area. You got Richmond itself. You got what else is up here? You got Chester, Virginia. You got a couple different ones. If you ever go to the one in Richmond, it is the airport. That's alive no matter what you're doing. Petersburg is around the corner from there. All these are just outside of 100 miles for what we look for over here in Greenville. But you can see the difference in the load counts that's up here, man. Within 100 miles of Suffolk, there's only 17 loads. But within 100 miles of Greenville, because that is inclusive of Suffolk, Durham, Fayetteville is not on there. I didn't mention that one. Smithfield's now up there. Kinston's up there. All of those are there. So it brings a bigger pool for me to choose from. Next week, I take off on, I like looking at these. Next week, I take off on a 13-hour solo contract. It'll be the first one I booked. What a 13-hour solo is when you're looking at them. Let's go over here to it so we all got a visual. Let's go to the contracts. Available offers. Anywhere. Let's go to Scranton, PA. 53 footers. One tractor. All right, so you got all these right here. What an 8-hour solo is they're going to use your truck. You're contracting your truck to Amazon for 8 hours a day. The start and finish is all in the same place. So if we look at these here out of Scranton, PA, for 8-hour or 13-hour, so we'll go ahead and check those, and we'll check them out. And it's, I don't know what that means. Get ready to preview contracts at 10 a.m. Pacific time. I'm not Pacific time, so whatever. Anyway. So these here, 13 hours and 8 hours, those are solo runs. That's you by yourself. That's, you're running your clock up for the whole day. They're gonna use your clock. What I'm doing today is a 13-hour solo, and you see how far I gotta go. That one is. Let's see, how many miles is this thing? That one is 394 miles. So I got 400 miles. And they're looking at 11 hours and 3 minutes. The only difference in something like what I'm doing right here, this one, and your contract work is guaranteed to leave and arrive back at the same location. So if this was part of my contract for next week, I'd pull out a DRT8. From Kinston back to Durham is not very far. So I'm assuming what they would have me do is go from Durham down to Pineville, from Pineville over to Kinston, and from Kinston right back to Durham. You would always finish up. That's going to give me about a 13-hour day. They're going to run your clock. You can only have 11 hours of drive time, 14 hours of on-duty time per day. So, I don't know if but that's basically the gist of how they would work it. It starts there, and it comes back in the same exact day. So, that's what we're looking at, man. That's my boom arm broke, so I'm gonna hold this thing right here. That's kind of what we're looking at for today. Let me get out of here real quick. Y'all bear with me again. Let's go back to just me. Hello, it's me, and we are live. I got nobody watching. That doesn't surprise me. I got one comment. Let's go over here to the comments real quick and see, because I don't really post these things. What's up, man? Chris from the group. Let's take a look at Chris. Chris, what's up, man? I don't know if that's still you back on it. That was at 10:04. It's 10 minutes later now. My apologies, man. I ain't got but one screen, so I can't really look at everything all at one time. Just wanted to go over that. But if anybody's wondering what the group is, let's talk about this real quick. Let's go over here and add this. I'm going to take mine off, and I'm going to add this little QR code up here at the top screen. So if you see this QR code right here, That is a QR code for Amazon Relay Groupme chat. I got some other stuff to put up here to Groupme. It's something that I created for. Let me get this comment out of the way. Again, I'm trying to do all this and learn at the same time. So, all right, it's basically what it is. It's a group for times when you really just kind of need an answer right now. I know when I first started over here at Amazon, there was so many times. There's so many times because their system is intricate, it's detailed, and it's set up for you to fail. Let's just let's say it exactly what it is. Amazon Relay wants to see you fall on your face, and it is up to you to not fall on your face. Um, and there were so many times when I first started when I wanted some help. I needed some help. I had nobody to call. I knew nobody. The only person I knew was Todd from Stat Trucking. I had met him just asking him a question. I got in a situation. I was like, man, this dude's 3 hours behind me. Let me send him a comment on one of his videos, just a random video. And it didn't help me out right then, right there. But what ended up happening, how this relationship started with me and Todd, was he wrote me back and said, hey, if you're legit, send me an email. This is my email. I don't respond to personal things on whatchamacallit, because I was kind of asking for his phone number so I could get up with him. And he was like, I don't, anything how I get down, man. Send me an email, let me know legit. And so I sent him an email, and just like that, he calls me. And it's, I just happened to be up in the morning. It's like 3 in the morning. And I was in the living room watching TV. I couldn't sleep because my schedule's all off. When you're out here running all hours of the day, all hours of the night, your schedule just gets off. But um, Todd called me, and we were on the phone till 6:30 that morning. Just talking trucking, talking, family, talking Amazon. We were just talking all kinds of things, and that's how I met him. So if you've found me through me, thank you very much. But if you like somebody who just completely nerds out on Amazon's system and the way the Relay app and website navigates and works, and all the little fine details, go over to Stat Trucking, man. This is a little overlay I put up here for him. So that's his logo. That's what you'll see. This is his thing right here. Just go to the YouTube search bar and type in, Stat Trucking. His be the first one that pops up. But the Groupme was something that I created. I ran it by Todd, and I said, hey, look, we need a way, where when I was in that situation, I had to call you or needed to call you, and I couldn't get up with anybody. This is a nationwide thing. We ain't got very many people up here yet. My man Chris from the group was up here a while ago. That was his comment. He's part of one. He's out of Las Vegas, Nevada. So if that tells you how far this thing reaches, I'm as far East Coast as you can get, just about. Todd's as far West Coast as you can get, just about. He's in San Diego. I'm in Greenville. Chris is in Nevada, Las Vegas. We got several others up here. Hopefully we can all get, together on a live stream like this sooner or later and orchestrate this thing. But this is just kind of one of them things where I saw the load up there and wanted to go ahead and get on live stream and book it and go through that aspect of it. But if you're thinking about Amazon, if you're part of Amazon and you're looking for answers right here, right now, it is live all the time. The Groupme app. That's the link is at the bottom. It's it's right here. It's right there on the screen. In the top right is I'll hide this and just so you can see it. For those times when you really need fast advice on Amazon Relay, join the Groupme group chat now. There's an answer to your question waiting inside. And when I tell you there absolutely is. So let's that's mine. That's for me too. But anyway, download Groupme. It's a free app. Go to the search bar. If there's plenty of links in any of my videos, any of my latest videos, not in this one, not in the other live stream, but in any of the other videos that are prior to this one, go look. I made a little commercial for it. download the app. There's a lot of good conversation, a lot of good business talk in there. There's a lot of, there's different categories for how do you adjust your timestamps? Um how do you get in and out of this warehouse? How do you do anything really with Amazon Relay? And if you're stuck somewhere in the middle of the night, it doesn't matter. There's typically going to be somebody awake. And again, the more people we have, the bigger net we can cast for your questions. So join the Groupme chat. Come in. I'm gonna ask you. There's plenty of spam going around. So if I ask you a question, how you found us, just let me know how you found us on the group, and I will either approve or deny your acceptance into the group, man. So anyway, that's all I'm gonna do for today, man. I know I'm 25 minutes into it. I got no viewers. I know Chris was up here a while ago. Chris, thank you for stopping by and checking me out, man. I hope you guys do well today. I'm gonna do my best. I got to go get this nut and bolt to replacing that bumper. I'm gonna check my batteries. I went out there last night and fired it up, and it turned over really well, but didn't quite start up. So I'm debating on what I want to do about these batteries, man. I need to wait until I get some more money put in the bank account. But um, anyway, I appreciate y'all stopping by, man. Riddle Transport TV. I'm Billy. Thank you for your time, man. Y'all be good.